Hello, I would like to take a moment of your time to talk about an aspect of intellectual property rights that I refer to as natural versus unnatural rights. Natural rights occur when intellectual property is created or formed. Copyright's the best example of that, or in use, trademark. Other rights are less natural and have to be managed through a legal process in order to create them, such as patents or trade secrets. So, in review, I would say that patents are the least natural of intellectual property rights, and that you have to apply to the government for the right. You have to pass certain tests to show your patent describes a new invention that's non-obvious and that is useful. In addition to which, patent rights are only granted by governments, so a patent you get in the United States is not assertable outside the U.S. If you want a patent in China, you have to go to the People's Republic of China, go through their process, and get the patent for the People's Republic of China, or France, or Germany, or Italy, or what have you. Furthermore, if you want to get a application in the U.S. prosecuted to become a patent elsewhere, it's good to go through the World Intellectual Property Organization out of Geneva, Switzerland. That's a process that a patent practitioner can help you with. The second type of intellectual property rights are trade secrets. Now, trade secrets are only formed when there's an agreement between a disclosure and a recipient of disclosed information, wherein the recipient promises to keep a trade secret. You can't assert a trade secret right unless the recipient has made a commitment to keeping it secret. Merely saying that something is confidential on the face of it doesn't create a duty in the recipient of the information to keep it confidential. And if they give a verbal promise, that can be very hard to enforce, perhaps unenforceable in many situations. So I urge you, if you want to form a trade secret, maintain a trade secret, you have to do it contractually, and you also have to be diligent about it. You can't simply hand someone a whole lot of information and say, this is covered by our agreement. You generally have to be more specific and say, this is the trade secret that you've committed to keeping confidential. The third type of intellectual property is trademark rights. And trademark rights are established through actual use. Common law rights, we call it in the U.S. And this is not true in every country in the world, but in the U.S. and most countries that use the English common law basis for their law do accept that use in commerce forms common law trademark rights. Now, you're not allowed to use a mark that is confusingly similar or will somehow confuse the public about the origin of the goods that you're selling. So if another party has used a similar or the same mark before you use your mark, they will have the superior common law rights and you won't. In addition, if you want to enforce your trademark rights around the U.S., you're best advised to get a federal registration. And to get a federal registration, you need to show proof of use in interstate commerce. That's the sort of thing that an experienced trademark professional can help you with. You certainly don't need an attorney to get a patent or a trademark, but it's highly advisable. The fourth intellectual property right I'd like to touch upon is copyright. And copyright is probably the most natural of intellectual property rights, in that the creator of a work, we refer to as the author establishes intellectual property rights over a creative work the moment that the work is affixed to a permanent medium, such as paper or an electronic medium. It's much easier to assert a copyright for a work that's registered than to assert a copyright for a work that's not yet registered with the federal government. I urge you to go to copyright.gov and learn about how to register your works. It's a fairly straightforward process for most works that can be if they can be reduced to an electronic medium. I hope this has been of interest to you, and feel free to contact me if I can be of service.